Okay, so back to our little bird. And the chicken hawk obviously pierced the top of its back because he's got puncture wounds on going through his wing and back, which I'm sure would go all the way into his lung. And on the other side, it came up on the corner of his shoulder, or else the hawk started eating the pigeon right there because a big chunk of his shoulder is gone and big wounds underneath that wing. And Mitch brought him to me. He looked like, because this bird is all white with the black tail, looks like he's wearing a tuxedo to me, and it looked like somebody wearing a tuxedo got in a really bloody fight, and it was just red, white, and black. And Mitch holding him in his leather gloves, and I'm like, oh. Like I said, his head was up, his eyes were perky, and I thought, he's got a chance. And, I raised these white birds as a symbol of peace. And on our energetic scale, peace is the second to the highest vibration. It's in the 600 range. And so if we're taking it to the energetic level, which I want to get into, I want you guys to remember that this is an energy that these birds represent as they fly around in a beautiful white flock. I want them spreading peace. And people tell me about it all the time when they say, I see your white birds flying over, and it just always makes me feel so good. And then when people come to visit, I show them to them, and everybody just relaxes so much more by being in the moment with these beautiful white birds flying around who are wild. They can go if they want, but they stay. So that's what they represent. And I also want this little white bird, this particular little white bird who's been attacked, and is not in balance anymore. There's no way he could fly right now, but I hope that he'll heal up within a month and be flying. And by then I hope to be really good friends with him. But I want this wounded bird to represent Earth and like what's going on in the world right now, that it's wounded. And usually I don't talk about these kind of current events hardly at all, but they're coming to me, and so that means I should just get off of my phone more, for one thing, and just focus on what I need to be doing around home and bring it more present to me. Instead of letting my fear rise for the earth, I'm becoming affected to that energetic field that is really big right now. And the most important thing I can do is practice peace. This is how I can help the earth at an energetic level, because everything is energy, and the fear energy is winning. And so there are those of us, just a few of us, can raise that energetic level if we are so tuned in to the level of peace, or anything courage and above. So let's get ourselves centered and balanced so that we can practice this energy work of healing the earth with just our own perfect, peaceful thoughts of the present moment, of what's going on with us and how blessed we are. So breathing up and down the spine, just get centered. Feel your inhales, breathing in, and your exhales, breathing out. Feel your body line up and relax. And the way that we build this energetic, peaceful field so that we can project it out to the earth is to come from your heart center. You need to feel the middle of your chest as you're breathing. Bring it to the physical level just by noticing a big, deep breath expanding your chest. Consciously expanding even higher than normal. Feel the build. Stretch and exhale. And just be grateful for that one giant breath you could do. Big inhale. Feel it expand at the physical level. Being grateful that you can expand more. And exhaling, being grateful you can exhale. Feel your chest, just normal breathing now. Being grateful for just breathing normal and not having to expand your chest. And just being grateful for your breath, breathing on its own, that we don't have to think about it consciously all the time. For there are those who do. So if we're just grateful that it's breathing on its own and sending these grateful, healthy thoughts to our lungs, the longer, the more healthy, the more rejuvenated and vitalized they become. And bring it to your beautiful heart. Think of the organ of the heart running perfectly. The other day I got to see an ultrasound of my newest granddaughter's heart beating inside of my daughter's belly. And in heart math I learned that the heart starts beating before the brain even develops. It's our first organ going. So we go back to the spark of where we come from physically, our beautiful heart. It's like, connect. You're turned on, your heart is beating. Just a little baby inside, a little fetus. And think about a fetus in development. Think about if a mother was just pampered and had the dreamiest life she could have while she was pregnant with her baby. That her life was so peaceful around her because she was consciously doing things that brought her peace. So even what happened to my daughter this week, I'm sure caused her heartbeat to beat faster, for hormones to flow in her that cause excitement when you're overthinking something kind of serious like that. Did I do the right thing? Calm down your heart. And as a mother for the fetus, keeping that early development as peaceful and healthy and balanced as possible. Consciously breathing love in and out of your heart. And thinking about just anything you've created that you love. And think about it having your energy because you love how it turned out. And think of how that affects the energetic field. Coming to peace, coming to creation, coming to the connection of when you could bring everything into balance, even at your own fetal development. You could rewrite your past as a peaceful thing. And a way you can do that is to just look at it from a different perspective, from this present moment, and realize that everything that happened in the past was for this present moment. And feel that this present moment is heaven. It's perfect. It's so lined up and balanced. If you're so present and expand on that, perfect. Feel energy in your heart center, balancing, because you see everything from a different perspective, and let it go. It was all for the good. Even what we said might have been bad, it was all divine for this moment. We were not in control. We are just experiencing and learning and choosing. Let go of some of the extra things you have to decide if this is good or bad in your life, so that you don't have to make decisions anymore. Just be at peace with everything as it is and as it was and as it's going to be. Because the ultimate energy level that is measured by Dr. Hawkins' chart is enlightenment. A goal, maybe, without attaching ego to it. And the way that you make that goal, and then you do end up releasing attachment by making that goal, is just realizing that everything is what it is. And be at peace with it. Stop judging it right or wrong. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Just be with it and let it go. Somebody loves Betty and is calling Betty. It is what it is. Good. Just like when we're in chair yoga and someone comes in, how we just let it go. sort of irks us at first, but then we get back into our practice and very much into the present moment. And maybe it's important. Do you want me to get it for you, Betty? Just breathe. Ask yourself, do I need to answer this phone call? Or is that it? Does it ring like that 2 times? Just relax. Be in this moment. Just feel the energy. Slow down your heart. Send love to whoever's trying to reach you. Let them know you're thinking of them. Whoever it is, you might even know. Or just get this feeling, and then when you go check your phone, it was like, yeah, it was that person. Just relax. Relax your face. Come back to your heart and send love. So since we're at this level of acceptance, which is really good, acceptance is 350 on the kinesiology scale, which is really quite high, where we can learn these fundamental rungs of the ladder up to enlightenment. It's like, well, is the phone ringing? It is what it is. And I used to think that saying, it is what it is a voicemail. It is what it is was kind of a condescending thing to say. And we watched a movie last night. I highly recommend it. It's called St. Vincent with Bill Murray in it. And when he goes to the bank and the bank says, it is what it is, and he says, why is everyone saying that these days? What it means is you're screwed and you shall remain screwed. But he was a very negative man in the movie, yet a soft underbelly. But that was his perception, and I used to think that too. So I must have been coming from the victim level or the force level when someone would say it is what it is, like it was nothing. And I was like, no, it just means I'm screwed, or something is screwed up and we're just going to have to live with it. It's like, yeah, it just is what it is. Don't call it screwed. You know, just accept it. It is what it is. And everything is okay because everything is divine, which is kind of a redundant thing to say, because if you break down each of those words, everything, think about everything. Think about everything. And then think is. Is would mean like a verb, which is an action. So is also means action. But like accepting the action. It just is action. It's just a verb. It just is. And then think of divine. Think of pure energy. Think of some sort of a symbol of God in a form that brings you comfort. Think of a giant spark, divine, bright light. And then everything is divine. And divine is everything. And so you can just cancel out divine and everything and have is. Because it brings the movement. It is movement. It is what it is. Everything. Divine. Even if we perceive it as bad. But we can change the energy to a more positive flow for us by practicing heartfelt intention and sending that feeling out like energy, beaming from your heart, pure, clean, beautiful love, unconditional. Nothing is right and nothing is wrong. That would be perceptual. And conditional. Unconditional. Whatever everything is, you love it. Because it's all part of this gigantic moment right here now. Loving it. Feeling your breath in your chest, beating this love. Feel a smile on your face. And send healing love. Like, I want this love to line up the frequency of fear and peace back to neutral. Instead of dipping down too much to fear. I want it to bring it up to neutral. Balanced energy. So see the cross line of your heart lining up with the breath going right up and down your spine. So if you could put an invisible scanner line right in the middle of your chest, and one right in the middle of your spine, and feel a little cross right there. That point in your heart, balanced, straight up and down, straight across. Right there at your heart, breathing this targeted, centered, loving portal of your love comes right out of that little spot, that crosshair, and goes poof, out and about you. Beam it like a laser beam. But on that field of hyper presence, where the top of the future comes down and the bottom of the past comes up and meets right here. Intentionally send this very present moment love to the universe, to Earth, the wounded dove, the wounded pigeon, your wounded soul. Send hyper-present awareness right here. Relax, let it flow. Let go of your control. Just peaceful love, centered in the heart. like a wave on the ocean. Perfect homeostasis. Perfectly balanced energy. Relax your face, your jaw, and your mouth. It's so exciting. Relax your neck and shoulders. Notice your beautiful chest rising and just pulsing out love with your breath in and out. Just feel the wave that you are. You're making this wave. This little energetic being that you are is making a wave on its own ocean. And it's just going in and out. Come to that center point where you're creating the wave, where you are this energy that's breathing in and out. Breathing peace and healing love to the wounded. Raising up the negative to the positive to become neutral just by being super neutral yourself. Super peaceful. Super loving. Super accepting. Just feeling so complete. I lack nothing. I am everything. I am pure source energy, which heals. It's the energy that you can build more of and send more out. Staying present, breathing in, exhale, relax and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing your body and face, breathing in, breathing out. Feel yourself super balanced on this hyper plane of the present moment. And you're just sitting there breathing in and out love. And you feel the space around you and realize how connected your energetic wave is with everything around you, and how everything around you is connected to something else that spans across the whole Earth universe, as big as it gets. That is you. Line up with that awesome energy. Feel yourself coming into perfect balance of unconditional love. Just love. You just love everything and everything just loves you. You may perceive someone's way of showing you love as a good thing or a bad thing. Just realize it's all love and part of this lesson while we're just goofing off on earth. Just a short excursion. Not attached to any of it. At peace. Feel the peace going up and down in your body, and feel the heart beating the peace. Out, out. Healing any wounds. Relax the body into this beautiful moment. See if you can see into your third eye. See if there is a message. Feel the peace. If you didn't get a message, no judgment. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. Just know you're not separate. One of my favorite Joe Dispenza testimonies was of a female doctor did his advanced meditations where she was hooked up to the brain monitor. And when people go that deep in their meditation, it looks like they're having a convulsion if they're hooked up to the monitor. But they're just sitting there super freaking peaceful. And it's like connecting. It's coming into the place where you can hear all the messages or see them or feel them. Because your clouded vision is your outside goggles are off and your inner vision is on. And one of this lady's comment when she met that inner space in her, she heard or felt something say, "Welcome. You've been here the whole time." And she wanted everybody to know that they could do it too. Just know that source energy is right inside of you. You are it. This very, very, very hyper-present moment is it. It is. Relax. Feel the peaceful, loving feeling in your heart. Oh my goodness, it is what it is, and it's right now. And I love it. And send it out. Not attached. Just energy. Everything is energy. Everything is divine. Everything is what it is. No resistance. Just is what it is. That would be all acceptance. And then sending that kind of unattached, total accepting, unconditional love out. See it wave out of you. Energy is a wave. And it goes out and it crosses in a wave, just like that double slit theory. They all connect. It's all a wave. It's all a wave. And it's ever changing and always evolving, this wave of energy. Healing and smoothing out any energy bumps, dents, zigzags that need smoothing and straightening out. Like you're icing a cake with love. Come back to your breath in the spine. Get centered. Come back to the breath in your chest and feel it expand. Try to take a bigger breath. Start coming back to the body. Come back to the breath. Come back to the room. Come back to this present moment. Peacefully. Coming back into your body, back into your breath, back into your peaceful, loving body, back into your breath. Coming from your loving heart center. Send some love to our little bird. He's still so perky. I just shot some love at him with the camera. Coming back to that hyper surface of right here while you start waking up. It's like I'm so presently waking up. This super sunshiny day. Laying on the floor, I'm going to wiggle my fingers and toes consciously. Turn my head side to side a little bit consciously. And roll on onto your side. Just stay there and push snooze. And just love the last little bit of waking up here and thinking all the super loving, unattached, by healing and accepting of it is what it is, and it is all divine, so it is. Just letting go. And then when you're ready, with that super neutral feeling, rising up. Feel yourself sitting on the floor. Betty likes to stay laying. And just bring your hands together and feel your hands touching. Feel that connection right there. Feel a little bit of warmth from your hands and realizing that this is energy connection right here. You just made a circuit. And just being so grateful for our awareness of energy and love and peace and is. Know I love you as you are. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste, Betty. Namaste, bird.